Hello my friends.
Greetings to all Hearthstone adepts.
Let's get started.
It has been confirmed. Hearthstone will receive a completely new reward system.
There won't be any quests or rewards for 3 victories, instead we will receive a battle pass. Today we're going to tell you 5 reasons why the new reward system could harm free-to-play players.
First, let's take a very short look at what exactly the company is offering.
A week ago some players received a survey about a Hearthstone Battle Pass from Blizzard. This new addition to the game would replace rewards from dailies, achievements, and winning games with a system based on experience.
The survey states that Battle Pass would launch with new expansions and would last until the next set releases, giving you around 4 months to complete the pass.
In total, here's what this pass would give you as a member of the free tier if you get to level 100. 18 packs for the latest expansion, 14 packs for a prior standard expansion, 4 arena tickets, 2 legendary cards, 2 epic cards, a choice of a hero skin, an expansion-related card back and 3,990 gold.
Additionally, players are able to earn 25 gold for each level above 100, to a cap of 150, which would grant you an additional 1,250 gold.
Okay, what's wrong with that? I don't understand the essence of the disaster. How do new skins threaten players?
Game director Ben Lee states that Team 5 intends to maintain the value that players earn within the game. Let's check this one out. To do this, we'll compare Battle Pass rewards with the amount of resources that an average player can currently get. We do not want to bore you once again with the description of the counting process. For more information about our algorithms, see the video, How Much Do You Need to Spend Throughout the Year?
Based on our calculations, you can receive rewards equivalent to at least 7,950 gold, even without a single arena victory.
Let's compare this value to the amount of gold awarded for completing quests during the Ashes of Outland expansion. In 4 months we managed to collect 6,920 gold plus 4 classic packs for completing quests. Also, let's add 1,220 gold coins for daily victories. As you know, most players don't spend much time playing. As a result, we received a reward that is equivalent to 8,280 gold.
Thus, according to our calculations, we will receive about the same amount of free resources. The developers did not deceive us.
As we said in one of our past videos, there is clearly a hidden balance of free resources in the game. These calculations once further support our theory. Blizzard does not intend to give us fundamentally more than a strictly defined amount of free resources.
The amount of resources will not change, but players will be able to get free skins. It's cool.
Dora, it's not that simple. Let's move on to the second point, and talk about progressively receiving awards.
Many Hearthstone players have a rational strategy of gathering resources. They are preparing for the new expansion for 4 months by saving gold to buy packs on the day the new expansion is released. After that, they craft missing cards and again continue to accumulate gold. This approach allows you to use free resources as efficiently as possible. This is the reason that pre-orders are so valuable.
On average, players are able to open a minimum 80 packs for gold on release day.
Blizzard's Battle Pass will only allow you to save 4,000 gold for purchasing packs of the next expansion, provided that you have reached level 100 of progression. Instead of part of the gold, we will receive the latest packs and legendary cards. At first glance, this looks cool, as these rewards are much more valuable than packs from previous expansions. But you will receive them in phases scattered throughout the expansion phase. Do the latest packs have the same usefulness on the day of release as they do in the last week of the expansion?
In our opinion, the utility of such rewards gradually decreases during the expansion phase. The same goes for legendary and epic cards. More often, the legendary card obtained in the last week of the current expansion is only of value to collectors. By the way, unlike cards and packs, gold does not lose its value and usefulness.
Thus, while the face value of the current rewards received by most players, and the face value of Battle Pass reward are the same, for most players the new system will be of much less benefit.
The third reason is a fixed amount of resources. The new system will cause especially heavy damage to players who spend a lot of time in the game, since they will lose the opportunity to receive gold for victories.
The only thing that persistent players can count on is an additional 1,250 gold for reaching the 150th Battle Pass level. In addition, this approach completely deprives free-to-play players of the theoretical opportunity to collect a complete collection of cards in the current expansion for free. This can be slightly better for casual players who play very rarely, but average players will receive much less useful rewards. The more time you spend in Hearthstone now, the more damage you will receive from the new reward system. This system will rob committed Hearthstone fans more than anyone.
Reason number 4. This Blizzard idea does not solve the problems that all beginners, experienced players and premium players constantly face.
Will the collection of cards get cheaper? No. Will we get more resources? No. Will it be easier for novices to compete? No. Battle Pass is just an imitation of positive changes for players. In fact, the game's economy will become even less friendly, especially for free-to-play players.
Time to pay!
Collecting a lot of cards in Hearthstone has always been a very expensive hobby. The current reward system is poor, but free-to-play players have adapted to survive in difficult conditions.
This brings us to the 5th reason, the loss of loyalty. You may be forced to purchase pre-orders or leave the game.
Time to pay!
We respect Blizzard's desire to make money, but this new approach looks very cynical against the backdrop of the generosity of Runeterra and Gwent.
Guys, I want to clarify one question. You supported implementing a battle pass in Hearthstone, you even developed your own concept. How do you dislike this idea?
Our battle pass concept was a little marketing research. We were confident that Blizzard was looking at the battle pass as an additional source of income.
This does not mean that we wanted to see a non-optional battle pass in Hearthstone. We were just curious to know how the community would react to a very controversial idea, since many players hate this way of monetization. The results of our experiment showed low effectiveness of our idea, since only 16% of players were ready to purchase our battle pass for $20, which is a very small amount. Moreover, 13% of players, despite additional free rewards, reacted extremely negatively to our idea.
Overall, Blizzard's concept is not that bad. The new system will be very useful for battleground and arena players, and may also be useful for solo adventure fans.
Secondly, we believe that a radically new monetization system is the only way to bring large numbers of players back into the game. Lack of gold and the slow earning of packs are not the main problems. We suggested doing the same in our video about new Hearthstone monetization. But there is a significant difference. In return, we suggested giving players the opportunity to gradually collect a complete collection of cards of the current expansion for free and reward players for the complete collection with pleasant bonuses. The community really liked our idea, and a record number of players announced their readiness to pre-order.
We offered to create a friendly system that will be useful for the players, but at the same time increase income.
The main problem with Blizzard's Battle Pass is the clearly fixed low amount of free resources. This is not a new monetization, this is just better terms for the company and a terrible offer for most players.
Does Blizzard still have an opportunity to increase the number of rewards?
I do not believe that marketers will allow a significant increase in the amount of gold without community pressure. Even if the number of rewards increases a little, it won't change the situation. The reward system will not change significantly without player action.
What conclusions can you draw from this situation?
The developers are trying to modernize the reward system. It seems very cool, but Team 5 pretend that they do not understand the usefulness of the rewards, although they control a very clear hidden balance of resources. For players, it is very difficult to understand the real value of the rewards. For many, 100 gold is the same as 100 dust, or the current pack is the same as the classic pack, since they both cost 100 gold. Some players mistakenly think that the battle pass will bring them more resources than now. This misconception leaves marketers room for resource manipulation. The company will be able to convince the players that everything will be fine, this is not the final version, you will receive skins, etc.
Let's be honest, this is another brilliant marketing solution. First, it gives the illusion of improving the reward system. Secondly, it will not give you more than you usually get, but at the same time, it will reduce the real usefulness of the rewards, and thus make you pay money.
Time to pay!
All this will lead to the fact that after the release of the pass it will be liked by the majority of the community, and only after a while will the players understand that something is wrong, then they will lose interest and leave. A similar situation happened over a year ago, when adventures became paid again. The negative consequences did not happen immediately, but over time, interest in the game dropped off significantly.
How can we influence the company's decision?
Blizzard will not give up on this idea. The only thing we can ask for is to increase the amount of gold and try to get a repoll for new battle pass rewards before its official release. If Blizzard and the community can find compromises, this will definitely have a positive impact on the company's reputation and increase player loyalty.
Dear friends, our channel is too small to change this situation. Your likes, opinions in the comments and reposts on social media will allow more players to see this video. The main thing you should do is reach out to your favorite streamers on Twitch and YouTube to get them to talk about the Battle Pass and gold. Only the opinion of popular players and large-scale pressure can affect the amount of resources in the Battle Pass. As many say, the only thing that can kill Hearthstone is Hearthstone.
The community still has the chance to influence Blizzard's decision. Please don't let Hearthstone kill itself.
Finally, we want to ask you, how will Blizzard's Battle Pass affect your progress? Go to the community tab and leave your vote, and also take part in other polls.
Guys, we need your support to keep creating new videos. We will be very glad for every new member. A million thanks to our loyal patrons for their help.
Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for being with us.
And special thanks to Chris for text editing.
We will meet in new videos.
Good luck.
Oh!